Ah, yes, good old Michael 45 RPM audio files going to be has formed a cartel where an elite exclusive club of 400 people get to get first dibs on OGs um, from the UK. So I'm starting up my own in opposition. The only problem is where I live near the South Pole, postage um, is the problem. So I will require you to buy at least, say, 50 records at a time to save money from me. Now, this one weighs a ton, and I can't remember when I got this actually, a long time ago. But this is not, I can assure you, not a first press original. Because if you look up in the corner there, the dreaded chrysalis emblem logo. Yet, and yet, whoops, let's do the, actually, the Australian band, the Twilights, had an album called Once Upon a Twilight. Came out in 67, 68, I think. I sent it to my friend Matthias in Germany, and that had a pop-up, but much more detailed than this, actually. But, you know, it was like the whole thing when you open it up was all members of the band. But the Twilights, as great as they were, they became the Little River Band, etc. They were bland, you know, and in themselves, they just weren't interesting to look at. So, yes, this one is not an OG, but it would be, I think this is probably even more collectible than an OG. Now, the weight on this feels very, yeah, close to 180, probably 160 or something. But this is even better to me because, one thing I've got to show you before. Now, this is in a Repro Island sleeve. Sorry, it's all washed out. What am I doing? Everything looks white. That's actually salmon pink, but it looks white. Who cares? Take my word for it. The Repro sleeve salmon pink and the original OG45 is pink. Now, but then again, this is very interesting to me. The one Michael showed is definitely an OG, the very first, because this is the follow-up to his island label. This is what came next. With the chrysalis thing there. This is an original 45 from 1969. It is Living in the Past with Driving Song on the B-side in beautiful, beautiful condition. UK. Sorry about that. It's bland and washed out. I love the island label. I love it very much. The one Michael got is definitely the first issue because it's the label before this one. I could go and get another single out to show you now. I can't be bothered. Look at his video. But this was the follow-up to one he showed. So they changed they went from a design they'd had for quite a number of years, went over to this one for very, very briefly. This would be probably the rarest of the island collectibles. And then settled on this, the classic design. So this would be 1970, I believe that this classic design, don't take my word for it, but I would say that would be the case. So this would be second press, in my opinion, which to me, I don't know, I really love this label, and with this with a pop-up, hey, what more do you want? Because that ugly ass thing he showed was, yes, definitely a first press, I know it is, but it had someone's stamped name on the label itself and on the back of the album. Now, in some ways, I don't mind that either. If it was written in biro or pencil or something, oh my God. But they did a Davis Winchester there, or should I call him Professor Fred Putterman, or someone naughtily said in a comment, Mavis Winchester. How do I get on to that? But oh, that's right. He used to stamp his name all over his records. Man, there's some weird anal people in this bloody vinyl community. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. So I'm starting up my own alternate club of inglorious bastards, and it's buy 500 albums at a time from me. Trust my grading. My Crosley is in good shape. I only bought it last week from a supermarket here for $59.99, and I run it on a pretty light 6 gram weight, so there should be no harm there. And not only that, you buy those 500 albums and pay, five. Well, I don't know what the postage costs will be, but you can imagine from somewhere near the Antarctic to somewhere up near the Arctic, it could be a little bit expensive. So join my club, folks. I'm not limiting to 400 members. I'm limiting to 4 million. So let's get this show on the road. And first one in gets, wait for it, a free set of carving knives. Okay, good luck to you all.